Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Supreme Petrochemical Limited Q4 FY25 earnings conference call, hosted by Valorum Advisors. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then zero on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Ms. Nupur Jain Kunia from Valorum Advisors. Thank you, and over to you, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome to you all. My name is Nupur Jain Kunia from Valorum Advisors. We represent the investor relations of Supreme Petrochem Limited. On behalf of the company, I would like to thank you all for participating in today's earnings call for the fourth quarter and financial year 2025. Before we begin, let me mention a quick cautionary statement. Some of the statements made in today's earnings call may be forward-looking in nature. Such forward-looking statements are subject to risk and uncertainties which could cause actual results to differ from those anticipated. Such statements are based on management's belief as well as assumptions made by information currently available to management. Audiences are cautioned not to place any undue reliance on these forward-looking statements in making any investment decisions. The purpose of today's earnings call is purely to educate and bring awareness about the company's fundamental business and financial quarter under review. Now, let me introduce you to the management participating with us in today's earnings call and hand it over to them for opening remarks. We have with us Mr. Rakesh Nair, Executive Director and CFO, Mr. Dilip Deole, Chief Executive of Finance and Accounts, Mr. D.N. Mishra, Company Secretary of the company. Without any further delay, I request Mr. Rakesh Nair to start with his opening remarks. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, Nupur. Good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to our earnings conference call for the fourth quarter and financial year 2025. Let me give you a brief overview of the financial performance for the quarter and the financial year 25. In the fourth quarter, operating income was rupees 1539 crores, up 99.5% from the previous quarter, but down by 1.5% on year-on-year basis. Total EBITDA was Indian rupees 163 crores, increasing over 40% on quarter-on-quarter basis, though it was down by 15.9% on year-on-year basis. Net profit after tax was rupees 107 crores. For the financial year ending 2025, the operating income is at 6,023 crores, which is an increase of 14.6% on year-on-year basis. The EBITDA stood at 605 crores and the net profit after tax for the year stood at rupees 390 crores. In financial year 25, we recorded a 9.4% increase on year-on-year basis in manufactured product sales, driven by strong demand. In the fourth quarter alone, sales volume rose by 11.7% from the previous quarter, though there was a marginal decline of 0.75% year-on-year. Styrene monomer prices fluctuated within a range of plus minus 10% during the year. Styrene monomer is showing a downward trend since March 2025. The capacity utilization for the year for all products put together was 79%. To support our growth strategy, we acquired Messrs. X-Mold Polymers Private Limited, a Tamil Nadu-based compounding company specializing in engineering polymer compounds with a capacity of 15,000 tons. This facility is ideally located near Chennai's automotive corridor and City, which is a major hub for consumer electronics. X-Mold acts as a Tier 2 supplier to automobile OEMs and appliance manufacturers, strengthening our footprint in these key industries. I am pleased to share that the company has maintained a debt-free status with an investable surplus of rupees 872 crores as at the end of March 2025. This reflects our strong balance sheet and prudent financial management. The Board of Directors has recommended a final dividend of rupees 7.50 per equity share, bringing the total dividend for the year to rupees 10 per equity share. Our of the face value of rupees 2 each. Phase 1 of Mass ABS project is progressing well and is expected to be mechanically complete by May 2025. With this, now I open the floor for the question and answer session. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Sailesh Raja from B&K Securities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. Sir, we have noticed a recurring trend since FY21 that employee cost in every March quarter consistently it is coming down below 1% of sales. Is there any specific reason?
Sorry, I couldn't get you what you said.
No, every March quarter, starting from FY21, the employee cost as a percentage of sales is coming down. Is there a specific reason?
You're talking about employee cost.
Yeah, correct.
No, because in the previous quarter, let's say the December quarter, generally there is our annual performance incentive is given to the employees, or there is an ex gratia payments or the Diwali bonus, all that comes in there. And the second quarter has generally the annual appraisals coming in and the arrears are given. So compared to the 2 previous quarters of the year, the fourth quarter salaries have become normal then.
Okay, got it, sir. So regarding that export polymers, of the 15,000 tons of capacity, installed capacity, what is the split between PP line and thermoplastic compound line?
This is all thermoplastic compounds lines there only.
Okay. So it's a fully thermoplastic line, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the based on this 15,000 tons per annum capacity, so what is the potential revenue and EBITDA we can report, sir? In FY24, it was 73 crores and 4.4 crores of EBITDA. So what is the potential revenue?
Utilization was only around, capacity utilization was only 60% because out of the 15,000 tons, the 5,000 tons they implemented only towards the end of the last financial year. And on a 60% utilization, meaning or rather now of the total capacity of the 40% utilization, they had a revenue of 72 crores. So going by that, the total potential is closer to 200 crores for this business.
Okay. So at full potential, what kind of EBITDA we can see there?
See, the product mix will change going forward, so I really can't give you that estimate at the moment, please.
Okay. Sir, this Exmold has a subsidiary, K Polymers Private Limited, engaged entirely in trading plastic raw material. So are our current transaction with Exmold inclusive of this trading operation?
No. See, the K Polymer is not the subsidiary of Exmold. K Polymer is also a company owned by the previous promoter of Exmold. So that's a separate unit.
Okay. So what is the current user industry mix, sir? How much is automotive? How much is toys? How much is electrical and electronics? Can you view user industry mix?
This unit is currently almost 60% of this is going into the appliances and electrical electronics, and around 30 to 40% is with the automotive industry.
Okay. Sir, our press release mentioned that we'll gain access to Exmold lab facility. So what is the USP of this lab and how does it align with our goal of expanding the compound business? Can you please explain, sir?
They have good equipment there. Their lab is well equipped, And since they are totally focused on the compounds, the development of new compounds in their facility would be an advantage to us because we with our ABS coming in and we also want to we have ambition to grow in the compound business, so that adds to our resources.
Okay. And also in the press release, it states that upon deal closure, so we are obligated to pay an additional 20% of Exmo's increased net worth. So in this context, are we still permitted to expand capacity within Exmo during the interim period, or ultimately we can consider setting up the thermoplastic compound lines within the FTA itself?
There is no restriction on our operating any business in that company.
Okay. So do we have enough space, sir, for expanding capacity in Exmo?
Right.
In Chennai?
There is enough capacity, but then going forward, when we have to grow further there, we will acquire more areas there. The land is available in that belt.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Aditya Ketan from Smith Institutional Equities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the opportunity. So my first question is on to the volume side. Sir, for FY26, we are assuming a volume growth of 15-16%. If you can, sir, break this down, how much the growth would be from the base business and what volumes we are assuming for the ABS business?
ये आपको 15-16% का किसने एस्टिमेट दिया है आदित्य?
सर टीवी इंटरव्यू पे मतलब उधर देखा था तो
I never mentioned 15-16%. I think I mentioned very correctly there, if I remember, is 13%. Is the number.
Okay, sir, my bad.
And I also mentioned there that it will come from our new capacity which is coming up of ABS as well as from the growth of our current businesses.
Okay. And sir, this ABS capacity, we would be starting to ramp up from H2. So I believe, sir, what would be the break-even levels like for an ABS business? Like when a capacity goes so beyond 40-45%, the break-even happens at that moment, or it would be much earlier?
It's very difficult for me to answer at this stage because what is given to us by our technical collaborators and what actually happens, really, there could be a difference. It would be better than what they have given. So what you are assuming is 50% capacity basis. If we are able to break even, yes, on an EBITDA basis, it's possible.
Okay. Sir, on to the polystyrene spreads. Sir, like we have noticed, like last 2 years, the trend has been quite into a narrow range only, somewhere around 20-25 rupees per kilo. So we have also reported nearly that our numbers. Sir, with ABS line coming in, you see like this gross spreads and EBITDA spread per ton, like to move up from current levels. So what numbers are we assuming for the next 2 years?
I won't be able to guide you with that right now. Aditya, I won't be able to help you with that number.
Okay, sir. Sir, my next question is on to the EPS. I believe, sir, you had mentioned earlier that polystyrene and EPS generally commands a similar spread. So, sir, like now into the Haryana unit where we are planning to install EPS downstream, how much incremental EBITDA or incremental, you can say per kilo or per ton spread we would be enjoying from this business, from the Haryana plant? Any sort of an EBITDA number if you can share.
As far as EPS is concerned, the EPS's downstream units, which is the 3D boards there. That is what we have talked about is setting up a 3D expansion, 3D boards there. And 3D boards of 1 lakh square meters. That should give us a revenue of 100 crores or so. And the EBITDA margins would be in in line with our current extruded insulation board, or maybe marginally less than that. We expect that it should be in excess of 25% or so. The EBITDA margin should be there.
Okay. Sir, my last question is on to the styrene. Sir, we have seen like US has imposed a duty on China. So styrene supplies from China to US would be limited. Instead, they could come to India. So this would benefit Supreme in any way?
China was never sending styrene to USA. China is consuming styrene in-house.
Okay.
So that does not alter the trade flow for us.
Okay, so no benefit onto tariffs or any sort of things onto the styrene side?
On the styrene trade, yes.
Okay. Sir, one last question, sir. What would be the trading revenue figure for this quarter and for FY25?
Around 23% on an annual basis is our trading revenue.
Okay, got it. Thank you, sir. I'll join back in the queue.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Manish Oswal from Nirmal Bang Securities Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Sir, thank you for the opportunity. Pardon me if I'm asking the repetitive question, but I joined the call slightly late. So, sir, if I look at our volume visibility, so we have one is the ABS project, which is going to start in F26, along with the acquired entity of engineered polymer compound business. That will also give some volume visibility. And plus, we have currently 79% capacity utilization. So, these three things put together, what is the volume visibility we see for F26 given the demand condition?
We expect to grow around 13% in volumes this year.
Yes, sir. And given the mix is changing due to the new business, any outlook on margin, sir?
It's the first year, so I would not comment on the margins at this stage.
Okay. And sir, next phase of capacity expansion of ABS, when we can see?
The work is on that, but then still it's maybe another 18 to 24 months down the line.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Nirav Gimoda from Envil Wealth Management. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the opportunity. I have a few questions. So, sir, first is on one of our slides in the investor presentation. We have spoken about the recyclability of EPS. So, if you can share your thoughts here and how it can help our EPS business.
Our initiatives in the EPS recycling is born out of the fact that generally there was a negative perception about EPS.
Okay.
Because the thermocol blocks, after post-consumer use, they were all strewn around on the roads. The people who did not know how to dispose it of. So we took initiative, engaged some NGOs, involved ICP into it, hired our own team, essentially to encourage the collection of the waste. We joined hands with the OEMs, we joined hands with the electrical chains, appliances chain marketing, retail chain market shops. So with that, now you will not see the EPS waste lying on the streets because it is all getting collected and it gets recycled. So that is the one, it is sustainable. It proves that the EPS can be recycled. 2, it does not carry a bad name. 3, the recycled EPS is being used by the industries which does not need like the photo frame industry or the wall panels. They were earlier trying to use the recycled material, either imported or scrap or anything else. Now they are using this material. So that helps the EPS market to sustain in the business and to grow.
Correct. Sir, any plans here to expand the capacity of EPS at our existing plant? Like Karnal plant has time to come up. So I presume that possibly our capacity utilization there would be higher than the 79% on a company basis. So any plans to expand the capacity of EPS here or to introduce some value-added grades for the export market?
Our second phase of expansion of EPS is as per schedule, and it will be on stream by the end of this first quarter of 26 or in the second quarter.
Okay.
But then as far as the local demand is concerned, because there are the players up north have also expanded, so we don't see any appreciable increase in the volumes in the coming year because of the everyone having increased their capacities. But then we have worked on our grades with the overseas buyers. Our grades have been approved in the GCC countries and in Europe. So we hope to increase our exports of EPS this year.
Correct me if I'm wrong, sir. This incremental capacity would be close to around 24,000 tons, which is going to get commissioned by the end of this quarter.
Yeah, around about the same.
Okay. The second question is on the value-added polystyrene. Like in last of one of the conference calls, you have explained as that it commands some sort of premium pricing because of the application-based products we have developed on. So, how much now this value-added grades within PS would be forming the part of our polystyrene volumes?
It's around 40%.
Okay. So, and the ratio was similar last year, or?
Yeah. See, generally the value-added grades are for the OEM market or the high-end non-OEM market. But then, like in this quarter in the polystyrene segment, because this is a peak season for the OEMs,
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the management connection back on call. Sir, please continue.
Yeah, so you were about you were explaining something about the value-added grades getting sold to the OE place. So if you can just continue over that.
No, I said that generally the value-added grades get sold to the OEs, and since the demand from OEMs is very good in the last quarter of the financial year, so in that particular quarter the PS value-added sale is more, but then on an annual basis it is around same 40 to 42%.
Got it. So last question from my side, like in terms of our manufacturing sales for FY25, if you can just break it down between polystyrene, EPS, compounds and XPS. Percentage numbers would also do.
I won't be able to help you with that. I can only say that of the manufactured products, 2/3 comes from polystyrene, 1/4 comes from EPS, and the remaining 10% comes in from the compounds and XPS business.
Got it. Thank you so much, sir, and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Gargi Singh from Value Investments. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. So my first question was with respect to the Haryana plant, where we are setting up the capacities for PS sheeting, which in previous calls you have mentioned the capacity to be 1 million square meters, with a revenue potential of 150 crores. So wanted to understand the revenue potential, the EBITDA potential of PS sheeting at full utilization and also 3D panels.
They both would be in the range, the EBITDA potentials for both of them would be in the range of around 25%.
Okay, sir. So next question is that for PS sheeting, for 1 million square meter of capacity, is it a correct understanding that we will require 6,000 metric ton of PS?
Difficult to say at the moment because it will all depend upon the product mix there then. The various things, the thicknesses and all that will matter, so it is difficult to predict at the moment exact volumes of the polystyrene there.
Am I going right? If we just take on a blended basis, is it near to the correct number?
I'll have to actually check with my technical team then whether this is the right number or not. So I won't commit on that, please.
Okay. So next question is that you mentioned the 13% volume growth. So that gives an additional 45,000 tons of sales on FY25 base. So of this, how much of ABS sales are you expecting to sell this year?
Around 50% of this would be ABS, or maybe 60% of this could be ABS.
If we take 60% of this to be ABS, then that
the ABS will not be ABS. There will be ABS compounds made from this ABS, so it will be all blended. So just saying that it will be ABS will not be correct.
Okay, sir. So if we take 20,000 tons of sales from ABS, so from the existing capacity, and the existing products, that gives us around 4 to 5% of volume growth, which is lower compared to the
45,000. If you take 20,000 and it is 25,000 there, that will make it something around 7 to 8% for you.
25,000 on 3,55,000 sales, sir. Okay, sir. 7%. Okay, sir. And so last question is that in the March quarter, the inventory has gone up by 220 crores. And you mentioned in the opening remarks that the styrene monomer prices are also coming down since March. So do we expect inventory loss due to fall in these prices in the subsequent quarter?
some of that is getting used this month only. Some of them, it's a cycle which is going on. Those are the inventories which were had just arrived, so they have already been used. So I don't foresee any major impact of these price falls at this stage on these very inventories.
And so any analysis on or your understanding on how the pricing trend is or should fare out for the remaining quarter?
We don't foresee any further fall because all depends upon the crude as well. Crude, benzene, ethylene, all the products, the raw materials for the styrene which are there. So if the crude stabilizes or the benzene prices stabilizes, then there should not be any impact.
Understood, sir. Thank you and all the best to you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Yash Manthala from Equita Investments. Please go ahead.
Thanks a lot for the opportunity, sir. I have a few questions. Based on the tariff situation, is there a possibility of dumping of products in our product line from our competitors outside India?
It all depends upon the trade flows. If the trade flows were moving towards the US from China, possibility, but then our polystyrene was not getting exported to USA, so I don't foresee that happening. But then other countries where the duties are high, or the reciprocal tariffs which are proposed from July, if they are high, and then they are not able to export there, they will certainly look at India. Okay. But we are prepared for that. These markets are always there. We are in a global market, so we will have to compete with that.
So based on your understanding, how much of China's products are exported to US in our category?
In our category, China does not export any volumes to USA as far as our understanding goes, because they consume all of this within China, and they export actually the processed products.
Okay. So the processed products as in derivatives of polystyrene?
Yeah, derivatives of polystyrene.
Understood. Sir, on a different track, can you give us any visibility on the freight prices which we experienced in the last quarter, because we primarily import our raw material?
Sorry, I couldn't get you. Can you repeat that?
Could you give us any sight on the freight prices which we experienced in the last quarter compared to the preceding quarters?
No, the freight prices have become normal now. They are almost closer to the pre-COVID levels now.
Okay, freight prices are back to pre-COVID.
Yeah.
On the investment front, we have, based on the current statement, we have around 430 odd crores in investment. How is it spread across mutual funds and corporate debt or government debt?
No, we don't have corporate debt. It's only in the mutual funds or into the sovereign bonds.
So how much of the 430 crores is in mutual funds?
Majority of that.
And are these mutual funds equity linked?
No, they're all debt linked.
Understood. Thanks a lot for your time, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Dhruv Murcha from HDFC AMC. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, if I look at the overall annual volumes over the last, 2-3 years or even 4 years, overall we have done very, in context of the overall macro and everything, volumes have been reasonably strong. And if you look at particularly this year, it seems autos have not done as well, but still our volumes are very reasonably healthy. So, sir, what's helping, from a macro perspective, what's helping us? Is it probably export market, import replacement? Is it some new segment which has emerged and is, taking up a lot of volumes?
The appliances have grown in the country, and particularly with the PLI incentives going to the air conditioners market, that has also helped the demand for polystyrene. And similarly, the other appliances, the refrigerators or washing machines, they have also grown. And India is also kind of becoming an export hub for all the appliances. So that demand is growing there.
Okay. All right. And if you, drill it down to that level, say, what was your customer mix in terms of end-use segment, say 3 years back? Autos would be some share, these appliances would be some share. And what would it be now?
No, we were not in the auto segment. We have been always in the appliances segment, and now with our X-Mold, which we have acquired now, we will now be entering the auto segment. We have been made 100% practically. We have been into the OEMs, appliances OEMs.
Okay, so always we were into appliances OEM, and that segment has grown reasonably well. So we are not impacted by whatever happened. At least in the past, we are not impacted
by the auto sector.
Okay, got it. Perfect. And sir, last question is on the capex for FY26, sir. What is expected for FY26?
FY26, we expect to spend only around 200 odd crores.
So this completes the ABS capex?
No, that doesn't. ABS phase 1 gets completed. That already almost all the expenditure has been incurred on that for the phase 1. So this 200 includes part of the ABS second line and the EPS as well as the compounding business. There will be major expense on the compounding business.
Okay. So this is cash capex that you are guiding for, 200 crores cash capex.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. That's all. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to all the participants that you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next follow-up question is from the line of Aditya Ketan from Smith Institutional Equities. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the follow-up. Sir, my question was onto the export market. Sir, any number you can share, like for FY25, how much was exports in terms of volumes and in terms of percentage of total revenue?
No, Aditya, I am sorry. We are not bifurcating our export or domestic revenue. I won't be able to help you there.
Okay, sir. Sir, onto the capex side, sir, you mentioned 200 crore. So, sir, I believe total ABS was around 850 crore. So, how much was phase 1 on that?
Phase 1, which includes the part for the infrastructure utilities for phase 2 also. Including the main utilities, civil costs, everything, that will be closer to 600 crores for us.
Okay. And sir, into this 200 crores which we are doing, how much would be the compounding capex?
Around 50%.
50% compounding. Okay. Sir, the next question is this acquisition of X-Mold polymers we had done. We were already having a compounding line. So, is it addition of some newer grades from X-Mold polymers or is it more of a continuation of the same grades only?
No, they are into the automobile sector also. So, they have been into the automobile approvals. So, this will be new area for us.
Okay. Sir, if you could help me, what would be the total capacity of compounding business post-expansion of FY26, including the X-Mold polymers?
Yeah, we should be closer to 70,000 tons.
Okay. Any rough idea like what would be the peak revenue potential on this 70,000 tons?
70,000 tons can give you a peak revenue of 1,000 crores.
1,000 crores. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Dhaval from Sequent Investments. Please go ahead.
Sir, I wanted to know in the current quarter, what would be the expenses towards the new plant which we have expensed in the P&L?
I couldn't get you. Sorry.
So the plant, which is mechanically, it is complete in this quarter. Is there any expense that is expensed in the P&L?
No, it is still not. As on 31st of March, it was not complete. We have said that it will be complete by May only.
Okay.
Until the plant is not commissioned, no expense is going to be expensed out.
Sure, sir. Okay. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Nirav Moda from Envil Wealth Management. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the opportunity again. Sir, when we see our compounding business, I think over the years we have been operating in a very narrow band in terms of the overall volumes. We already have PS as our base material and now ABS also coming up. How do we see the opportunity size in terms of our size of the opportunity or the addressable market for the compounding? And what extra needs to be done from our side, like in terms of customer approvals or building up the distribution network or getting closer to the customers in terms of their own requirements? How do we see, because in earlier remarks you mentioned that this business has a potential to touch around 1,000 crores of top line. So how near or how much time this would be taken in terms of achieving those numbers? And if you can share those qualitative parameters in achieving this, that would be helpful.
There is a work in progress on all fronts which you have mentioned.
Okay.
And as and when our capacities get built in the years going forward in this year, with our ABS available to us, and now with the expertise and experience and client base of X-Mold in our fold, we will be growing on that. So we already have some experience on the PS, PP, PE compounds. Our X-Mold has also experience on the PP and ABS compounds. And with our own ABS now and with our own PS, we will be growing. We have a decent customer base. Applications are known to us, and we will be working on that. So we have a dealer distribution network. We have relationship with our clients. So the only thing is that we have to go and target some more new clients, which is a work in progress for us.
Correct. And sir, in terms of the major compounds which are being used by the auto OEs, if you can rank in terms of the application-wise, like it is more of PS-based or it is more of ABS-based or it's a combination of ABS, PC or ABS, PP. So in terms of ranking, which of the...
Yes, PP, yeah. They are all PP-based or ABS.
Okay. And other polymers are being mixed into it to give the better applications.
I'm not the right person to comment on that.
Okay. So last bit is on one of the presentation slides you mentioned that like now bathroom fittings, e-scooters are the newer application areas for ABS. So how do you see these volumes over a period of time building up in the overall ABS market in India? Like currently we are close to around 320,000 tons of ABS market in India. So how do you see these newer applications growing up the entire market?
This has now started. We are already doing compounds for some of the bathroom fittings also.
Okay.
And the business, when the construction business grows, and particularly in the affordable housing segment, where people will not like to go for the premium branded fittings, so these fittings will also come and the demand will be linked to the new construction coming up for the affordable housing or the middle income group housing.
Correct. Got it, sir. Got it. Thank you so much, sir, and wish you all the best.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants that you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Pritesh Chheda from Lucky Investments. Please go ahead.
Sir, on this ABS capacity of 70,000 tons, so what is the status of this capacity in terms of when it should start contributing to your revenues?
Second quarter of this financial year, FY26.
Okay. And I see a 680 crore CWIP in the balance sheet. So this ABS 70,000 ton capacity, what should be the total capex that you will incur?
Approx around 600 crores.
600 crores. And you have called out a total capex of 1,000, right? So there's some additional 400 to be spent anywhere else?
1,000 on what?
Or I have heard wrong. Okay. Can you give out the capex number, sir? Total capex number?
We have only the second line of ABS number, which is still to be spent, which should be closer to 250 to 300 crores.
So is it that the second line means over and above this 70,000 tons?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So the first 70,000 tons comes at 600 crores. Correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And then the additional second line means additional 70,000 tons comes at 250 crores.
At 250 to 300 crores. Because all the infrastructure, all the civil, the utilities, the tank farms, everything has already been built for the second line as well.
Okay. And when should the second line be planned for?
Maybe we hope to be commissioning it in the next 2 years or so.
Okay, next 2 years. Okay. And the last thing is this particular product line, is it similar to what is already available with a couple of other players in the market?
Yeah, the ABS is ABS. It's only that the process, the route to produce ABS is different.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, it is ABS.
Okay, sir. Thank you. I'll come back for more questions. Yeah.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sara from UVR Natural Foods Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. So my first question is, what is the breakup of user industries in PS, EPS for us? And also, what is the potential user industry breakup of ABS?
Generally, all these industries have a similar client base, which is close to 50% is the OEMs, and the remaining non-OEM segment is 50%. So when I say OEM, they are all appliances guys as far as the polystyrene goes, and the ABS will come, it will have appliances as well as automobile segment. And the non-OEMs have various uses, including the starting from dairy packaging, maybe to the sheeting business, to stationery, to pens, to household items. So the business is divided almost 50-50 between the OEMs and non-OEMs.
Okay, sir. So last year the power cost was 50 crores and logistics cost was 110 crores. Can you please give us the figures for these two costs for FY25?
Last year you said power was?
50 crores.
Yeah, this year also it should be marginally lower because we have used our solar power from October onwards, but with the cost going up as well as the capacity utilization going up, but the overall power cost would be similar to last year or will be marginally less than the last year.
How much marginally less, sir, can we expect?
Maybe 2 to 3%.
Okay, sir. So who are the other major players in North India that have expanded the capacity in EPS?
There is a company called Styrenix. And there is this new company which has come up in Gujarat, EPAC.
Okay. So, like in the previous question, I didn't get the figures for logistics cost. Like last year it was 110 crores. This year, how much can we expect? How much is it?
Logistics cost for what area?
The freight outwards.
10 crores, which is logistics cost for what?
Outwards, sir. Freight outwards.
Outwards?
Yes, ma'am.
You said 100 crores last year.
110 crores.
10 crores. Yeah, this will be around 125 crores this year.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. And all the best.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question for today. I now hand the conference over to the management from Supreme Petrochem Limited for closing comments.
Thank you all for participating in this earnings con call. If you have any further questions or would like to know more about the company, please reach out to our investor relations managers at Valorem Advisors. Thank you so much.
Thank you. On behalf of Supreme Petrochem Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.